Yet another game for the Toronto Maple Leafs where they have an awful time keeping the puck out of their own net on home ice. And they lose 6-3 to the Ottawa Senators. I'm shocked how Ottawa is only, no, they're not 5-6. I think really, even after the win, they're 5-6 on the year. It just baffles to me how they're below 500 right now, albeit it's early in the season, but crazy. The Leafs can't keep the puck out of the net. And yes, the defense is god-awful. I'm done watching Klingberg. But the problem is, you don't have anybody to go to. Like with Ryan Reeves, you could put him in the press box, call up a Bobby McMahon, Nick Abruzzese or whatever, and it would look a lot better. You can't do that with the D-core. You can't do that with John Klingberg because you don't have the depth. With Jake McCabe out and Timothy Liljegren still out and Connor Timmins, it sounds like he's very close to coming back. Thank God. But the problem is, if Connor Timmins comes back in the lineup, he ain't getting rid of Klingberg. He'll be getting rid of Benoit or Lagesson. Just because of the depth charts and just kind of how it works. So if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you got to deal with it. But my God, it's getting really hard to deal with. He was awful. The D-core wasn't great. The team defense was awful. And Joseph Woll wasn't good. He was not good. Couple squeaking through him. And obviously that sixth goal, his own doing. So let's break this down quickly. All right. First period, Willie Nylander scores on the power play. JT and Matthews grab assists on the goal. So Nylander picks up his 13th consecutive game with a point. Great for him. 5:47 of the first period. Problem is, less than 3 minutes after that, Kubalik fires one from the point, and it just goes through Woll along the ice. It's not like it was a perfect shot, top cheese, and he was screened. No. No screen, just beat him under the pad. And you know what? It's really awful to watch because if you watch it, it slows down as it's gone past him into the net, which tells you that he got some of it. But when it squeaks under your pad like that from a point shot with no deflection, that's not good. And we're tied at 1. That's not a pretty goal, but again, it's one goal, got to bounce back. Second period, buck 4 in, Claude Giroux comes down, or not comes down, but he's waiting by the back post. There are 4 Leafs in front of the net. No one decides to take Claude Giroux at the back post, and they find him, and he buries into the empty cage. Hello? Can somebody wake up and grab the guy who's I don't know who, Hall of Famer, that's definitely a question. But one of the great players of our generation? And not let him fire one in the back of the net, please? Because again, John Klingberg, he's standing right in front of the net, staring at Joe Woll, just like, what do I do? Where do I go? There's a guy behind me. I'm in the passing lane. There's also a guy right there, and there's no one on him. And you're down 2-1. A buck 4 into the second period. But 3 minutes after that, Tyler Bertuzzi bangs in a rebound for his third goal of the season. Nylander and Tavares grab assists in the goal at 4:16 of the second period. We're tied at 2. Hey, good stuff. Bertuzzi gets off the schneid. Nylander's got a 2-point night. JT's getting closer to that 1,000-point mark. Good vibes. 10 minutes after that, yet again, they get into the offensive zone. 4 Leafs again below the hash marks. Oh my God, are we really going to do this again? And they put it back to Jacob Chychrun, who's at the circle. Like, this dude's a defenseman, and he's sitting at the circle, and there's no one in sight. And he fires the one-timer, but again, wasn't a great shot. It was just Joe Woll. It's along the ice, and it beats him. Kind of like the first goal. And now you're down 3-2 heading into the third period. Shots and goal in the first period were 12-10 in favor of the Leafs, 8-8 in the second period, and you go into the third down 3-2. Where have we seen this before? It's pretty much happened all year long. And the Leafs get a 2-on-1. The third line buzzing again. Domi to Robertson to the back of the net. And hey, it's a 3-3 hockey game. Robertson's got his first of the year. He had an assist in game 1. Looked good. He had a goal today. Looked good in this one as well. I thought, look, he looked great. That third line looked good. Bertuzzi looked good. Probably his best game as a Leaf tonight. Good vibes there. Problem. Can't keep the puck out of your own net. 5 minutes after that, they have a power play. I think it was Brody who was in the box. And Kubalik scores, but it goes off Gio's foot and into the back of the net, and you're down 4-3. Oh, my God. It's penalty kill has been awful. It really has. And then they come down on an odd man rush, and Tim Stutz is at the back post just chilling there, and he buries one past Joe Wall. Okay, well, there's that. And Claude Giroux scores on Joe Wall, handling the puck behind his own net. Doesn't realize Stutz is coming up his rear, and that sounded awful. Tim Stutz was, going for the puck. There we go. And he strips him the puck. And Joe Wall tries to dive to the front of the net. He fires it to Claude Giroux, buries into the empty cage, and it's 6-3, all in a matter of basically just over 3 minutes. They score 3 goals, and game's over. Booing starts at Scotiabank Arena. And the Leafs, all year long, have not allowed less than 4 goals at home. Are you kidding me? Not one time. And you lose 6-3 to the Sens today. And I'm going to clarify that with you guys. Let's go to it. First game of the season, Montreal, you allowed 5. Minnesota at home, you allowed 4. Chicago at home, you allowed 4. Florida, Tampa, Washington, Dallas, Nashville, all on the road. And look at those games. You lose 3-1 to Florida. You win 4-3 to Tampa. 4-1 to Washington. 4-1 Dallas. You lose in overtime to Nashville, but you only allowed 3. Back home, 4 to the LA Kings. You go to Boston. You only allowed 2 with the shootout loss. It was 3. And back home again. Buffalo, 6. Tampa, 5. And tonight, 6. You know what's crazy? And I'm going to fire a stat to you guys. The Leafs have allowed at least 4 goals in every game at home, and they have not allowed more than 3 goals on the road. What the hell is happening at Scotiabank Arena? That's all I got to say about that. Okay. Let's quickly, shots and goal in the third period, 10-9 in favor of the Leafs, 30-27 in favor of the Leafs for the game, but who cares? 1 for 2 in the power play. They were 1 for 3. Leafs out hit them 43-26. Whoopie-doo. Points-wise, Nylander had a couple points. Burt had a goal. Robertson had a goal. JT had 2 assists. Yarncrook, Matthews, and Domi Hall had apples. And then the minuses. Who would you think is the worst dash today? Let me hear you before I say it. Yeah, I think we all said John Klingberg. Dash 3 for John Klingberg today. Him and Gio, both dash 3s. Lagesson dash 2. Marner dash 2. Nyes dash 2. Not pretty. And as you'd expect, the fourth line dash 1. It's awful. Your fourth line's unplayable. John Klingberg looks horrific. Joe Wall did not look good whatsoever today, and you get your rear kicked. You were in the game the entire game, except for that 3-minute stretch where you forgot how to play hockey. Albeit one was a power play, sure, and it goes off your defender's leg, But the next 2 after that, didn't even give your team a chance to get back into the game. You just rammed it right away. Leaf fans, that's going to do it for this one. As the Leafs, when's their next game? Friday against the Calgary Flames. Hey, Brad, you're going to see the new GM in Calgary. Have a chat, because we need some defensemen. Please and thank you. And it's your old former players, fella. Let's schmooze them up, because, my God, I can't watch John Klingberg in the top 4 anymore. You play them on Friday. You got one of the hottest teams in hockey, Vancouver, on Saturday night. Back-to-back. There'll be 3 games in 4 nights. Can we go 1 game without allowing 4 goals and win it? Wouldn't that be something? Hopefully it happens on Friday and Saturday, because the vibes could change a little bit. But right now, they're painful. They are really, really painful. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. If you're a Sens fan, though, and love the game, hit that like button as well. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Maple Leafs, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later on, Raptors edition, as they are probably in the third quarter right now. 71-71 against the Dallas Mavericks in the third quarter. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action, like we said, on Friday night as they host the Calgary Flames. I don't know. You got to beat Calgary. Albeit they've won a couple in a row. They're 4-7-1. But my God, can you win that game, please? All right, so thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and obviously not this game today. Actually, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok. I don't know if I said that already. All that stuff's down below, and we'll talk. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and oh God, we'll talk to you on Friday.